Hello and welcome to Talk Motivation with your host Elvis Eckardt, former pro athlete turned business owner, motivating you to achieve personal growth, form new habits, and find happiness in your career and life. Without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode.
Hello everybody, Elvis Eckardt here, your host of Talk Motivation. So glad you joined us today. This week's topic on the podcast, living with an attitude of gratitude. The word gratitude is powerful itself. However, the use of gratitude on a daily basis can change your life and unlock the powers of manifestation. Now, how can we define gratitude? To me, gratitude is a conscious and purposeful state of being and expressing thanks for all the things that manifest in our life. When living with a mindset of gratitude, you are encouraged to manage situations differently. It promotes your desire of giving, relationship building, good health, and general appreciation. In order to reap the rewards of gratitude, it is essential to form positive habits of gratitude. There are many ways to cultivate a mindset or an attitude of gratitude. Today, we want to have a look at some of them. Really happy you found your way back, and let's jump right into today's episode. Gratitude can be cultivated through different things, really. Some of them are consciously and purposely giving, committing to positive choices daily, by being modest, using daily affirmations, or by acknowledging thanks by utilizing a gratitude journal. The creation of a gratitude journal will allow you to reflect on your day and give thanks through logging all that you are grateful for. I only started journaling last year initially to reflect on my day. I found that it is also important to embrace the small and silent moments in our day. Maybe someone took the time to brighten your day with a smile or compliment. For me, it's mostly my daughter Francesca running into my office, smiling, laughing, asking daddy to sit on his lap and paint a little picture on his sticky notes lying around. Positive affirmation or gratitude quotes can also be inspirational in cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Morning affirmations can get your day started on a positive note. Affirmations that commit to sharing or being a blessing to someone sets the tone for mutual respect and gratitude. One of my favorite quotes is feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. What a powerful quote. The quote is by William Arthur Ward, by the way. How often has someone done a great job on a project and you never took a minute to say great job or a powerful thank you? You would be amazed at the type of positive vibrations you can accumulate during a day of feeling grateful. The good and bad choices we make on a daily basis are instrumental in creating a setting for gratitude. It is easy to be grateful for the good choices we make, but we can also be grateful for the not so great choices we make. In making choices that create chaos or unrest, if used correctly, it allows us to reflect on how we could have made a better choice. Being able to truthfully examine and acknowledge your mistakes is something to be grateful for. So, one of the most important things I do to cultivate the mindset of gratefulness is to post in my gratitude journal the negative or problematic situations and how I could have handled them better, if that makes any sense. With a conscious effort in cultivating your mindset to one of gratitude and thanks, you will begin to see amazing changes in your life. You could say that gratitude shifts your focus from the lack in your life to the abundance. Showing appreciation and being thankful makes you generally a happier person. It makes you a stronger person during challenging times. It also helps you to reduce stress, and it strengthens your relationships and it improves your health. Practicing daily gratitude enhances your quality of life and helps you to experience calm even in the midst of chaos.
You are listening to Talk Motivation, the podcast where you get your weekly dose of motivation. Now back to your host, Elvis Eckardt.
With an attitude of gratitude, you can find joy in the simple things. Instead of waiting for that next promotion, lots of money in the bank, your soulmate, and so on. Permit yourself to feel gratitude today. Try and express gratitude for the simple things in life. If you have difficulty in finding something to be thankful for, think about the little things you take for granted. Are you thankful that you stand 6 feet tall above ground and don't lie 6 feet underground? Are you grateful for the home you live in? Your ability to hear, taste, see and smell? Your family, your pets, seeing your children laugh and play, a lovely meal with your best friend, the smell of summer rain when it hits the asphalt. Imagine losing some of these simple things that you take for granted. Then imagine getting them back again and really feel the gratitude. Gratitude shouldn't be something you express only when you're getting something you want. Look for the good in all situations, even the unpleasant ones. You might have messed something up, but in the midst of all that negative emotion, you might have learned a lesson in how to handle the situation better next time. What I'm trying to say here is that gratitude can help you put things in perspective. When things aren't going your way, remember that everything is happening for you, not to you. Try and ask yourself, how can this situation benefit me? And what is this situation here to teach me? There's a life lesson in everything we experience. I mentioned my gratitude journal before. Every morning when I start my work and have my coffee, I try to write down 5, sometimes less, sometimes more things that I'm grateful for. Sometimes these 5 things are short and sometimes they turn into a long paragraph. Just let the pen take you on your gratitude journey. What I love about feeling gratitude is that the energy of gratitude is dynamic. It is taking you inward first and then outward. What I mean by this is that it takes you straight to your heart and to the things that bring you joy, and then it expresses simultaneously outward, if that makes sense. Instead of starting a gratitude journal, how else can you start practicing gratitude? Why don't you just begin with the art of mindfulness or being totally present in the moment? Notice all the things that surround you, things you might take for granted if you hadn't stopped to really look. The little things make up the fabric of our days, months, our years. Oftentimes, we hardly notice them because we are so caught up in the task of living. As they say, stop and smell the roses. You can also try the act of giving back to the world. Small acts of kindness will make somebody's day better and make you feel more connected to the source energy. Tell somebody how lovely he or she looks today. Help an old person over the road. Thank someone you appreciate. Ring your parents and tell them how much you love them. Actively listen to somebody who is struggling at the moment and needs an ear. Ask the waiter or the waitress how her day is going. I've recently read a paper from Berkeley which stated that a grateful brain is a giving one. Their studies showed that the neural connection between gratitude and altruism is very deep. People who live and breathe gratitude report fewer physical symptoms of illness, more optimism, greater goal attainment, and decreased anxiety and depression, among other health benefits. The researchers found that in a sense, gratitude seems to prepare the brain for generosity. Counting your blessings is quite different than counting your cash, because gratitude, just as philosophers and psychologists predict, point us towards moral behaviors, reciprocity, and pay it forward motivations. Apparently, our brain literally makes us feel richer when others do well. Perhaps this is why researchers have observed that grateful people give more. Let me end today's episode on the note that gratitude might be good for us, but it is good for others as well. Thanks for listening to Talk Motivation. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please share the love and let your network know about it. Don't want to miss any episodes in the future? Go to iTunes, search for Talk Motivation, and hit that subscribe button. Feel free to also connect with me on LinkedIn, and we can take the conversation there.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Talk Motivation with your host, Elvis Eckardt. To listen to this episode again and to find previous episodes, search Talk Motivation on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts. Sayonara, muchachos!